Hi guys.
Viking Ale review.
Okay, just had a delivery from Ale Cellar. Got some really lovely beers that I want to review. And anyway, sorry, let me just get the beer out of the way that I'm going to be reviewing. The beer I'm going to be reviewing is from the Tryst Brewery, and it's their IPA entitled Raj. I'm sure Rob from Hopzine told me that this is a good one. Someone did, I can't remember who it was. But anyway, there's another reason why I'm reviewing this. Ale Cellar, as well as Beers of Europe, I think they're the only two that do it. They've got a clearance section, which is basically beers that have reached the best before end date, and they sell them for a little bit cheaper, like about £1.50 or £1.70. In the past, I was a little bit of a snob because I used to think best before end meant that that it would be off, or it tastes horrible, it'd be over fizzy. But you know, as my knowledge, well, what knowledge I have got has increased, I realised that, you know, overcarbonation, sourness, all that sort of stuff is nothing to do with a best before end date. It's to do with either infection, how the bottle's capped, you know, anything like that, transit, all that sort of stuff. Best before end date rarely has an effect on the taste, unless it's something like a really fresh IPA. You may not get as much zest from the hops. But in regards to stouts and porters, you know, having a bit of age on that is surely a good thing, I think, because I mean, a lot of people age them. So anyway, I wanted to do a test with this one because this is a bottle conditioned IPA, and I'll give you the best before end date. It is March 2012. We are now in April, so it's not that far out of date really. It's only like a month or something like that. And you know, let's just see what happens. Oh yeah, lovely BB Barfly there. I'm sure you guys know where you can get these, bbbarfly.com. Great stuff. I've got two now. I've got to stop buying them because otherwise I'll be broke. Right, just going to be a bit careful with this because the Tryst beers I've had in the past tended to be very carbonated. That's not too bad. It's foamed slightly in the bottle, but it hasn't gone out. Right, I didn't even give you the information on this one. Sorry guys. Okay, it says Raj IPA is a distinctive India Pale Ale, exclusively English hopped to capture the original features of these legendary ales. Balanced note, flavours, nose and mouthfeel combine to produce a memorable drink. And it's from the Tryst Brewery, like I said, based in Scotland. And let's have a look at the ABV is 5.5%. So yeah, sounds alright. Let's give it a go. These Tryst beers, they are really carbonated. I'd love to try them on cask because I'm sure they're a lot more tame, but it just goes to show, doesn't it? I mean, a BBE day doesn't mean you lose any carbonation. Look at that! Blimey O'Reilly. As you can see, it's almost like a murky sort of gold colour. There's tons of carbonation. And there's a massive head. Shall I do that thing? See, 3 fingers and 2 finger heads and all that stuff I think is wrong, because me, I've got big fingers. So if I said a 2 finger head, it might be a 3 finger head to someone with a smaller hand. So I don't think I don't think you can use that as a measurement. Anyway, right, let's give it a sniff so I can get a nose on it. Oh blimey, it smells of gooseberries. I'm getting almost like a gooseberry apple sort of smell. Not like a cider or anything like that, but just like the skin. But the gooseberry is quite juicy. Yeah, it smells like it just really smells like a gooseberry crumble. Which I hate, by the way. I don't like gooseberries, but then again, I don't like coffee, but I like it in a beer. A little bit of lemon. And you're almost getting like a really sort of fresh, sort of crusty pastry sort of smell. which just adds to that gooseberry, making it smell like a crumble. So let's give it a go. Cheers, guys. Wow, that's quite bitter. I was expecting it, when I saw an English style IPA, I was expecting it to be quite malty, but that is really refreshing. The carbonation isn't as powerful as I thought it was going to be. It's there, it's almost like a Belgian sort of yeasty, you know that Belgian yeast you get which is quite carbonated. It's very similar to that, but not as powerful. But you're getting a nice dry sort of grapefruit flavour, grapefruit hop coming through, with a lovely sort of clinging fruity bitterness at the end, which sticks around for quite a while. Excuse me. So the hops definitely haven't diminished in this beer, definitely haven't. Before I had this one, I had the Orkney IPA from I think it's the Highland Brewery, which was, I think that was about a month out of date, and that was really nice as well. It had some really nice hops, really great session beer, and I should have reviewed it really. But sometimes I'll have a beer off camera and then regret it because I think, oh bugger. But that's alright, I'll just review it again, I don't mind. Anyway, back to the beer. It's really fruity and bitter. Like I said, you're getting that grapefruit. You are getting a little bit of gooseberry, but it's more of the sweeter side of it. Because with gooseberries, you tend to get a very, I tend to find you get this horrible, almost like an acidic sort of taste to it, which is why I'm not a big fan of them. But combined with that bitterness and the grapefruit, this is really, really nice. And for some reason, it just reminds me a lot of a Belgian ale as well. I don't know why, it's just that, I suppose it's that sourness combined with the sort of mid to high carbonation, but it's very easy to drink, very flavourful, and you know, I think this cost, in the clearance, what was it, £1.99, something like that, which I'm not saying only buy stuff from the clearance because you want to experience fresh beer, but don't be afraid of the clearance section. I think it's a good idea for people who haven't got loads of money, who want to try these beers out, you know, just give them an idea of what they taste like. Get on bloody Beers of Europe, get on aleseller.co.uk, sorry, check out their clearance section, check out the reduced section, and you know, just grab a couple of beers and see what they're like. But anyway, in regards to this, that's going to get an 8.5 out of 10. That's a really, really refreshing IPA. Really happy with that. Totally didn't expect it to be this nice, and it is. So there you go. Cheers, guys. I've got my chicken cooking now, so I've got to go and get it all ready. So cheers.